So today we're taking one more step in the right direction. We are proposing to collect and report pay data by race, ethnicity, and gender from businesses with 100 employees or more. And the goal is to help businesses that are trying to do the right thing, like the ones here today, to get a clear picture of how they can ensure their employees are being treated equally. A better picture of the data will also help us do a better job enforcing existing equal pay laws.
The proposed requirements for reporting pay data by the federal government applies only to employers with 100 or more employees. All other employers do not have to file this type of information. This information will go on the new reformed EEO-1 report, which is what is now being required of employers with 100 employees or more in the private sector, and in the federal contractor sector, that applies to those with 50 or more employees. The form will be revised, but it will only apply to those with 100 or more employees, including federal contractors. The three main problems that employers will have with this form is, first, the confidentiality of this highly sensitive information. Although the EEOC is charged with not disclosing it, they've also said that they will share this with the OFCCP, which is the Office of Federal Contract Compliance Programs, and that covers all federal contractors. They're not under the same requirements as the EEOC, so there's a concern on sensitivity and confidentiality. The second concern is the increased burden and cost, and it will be significant for most of these employers because they don't already do this type of reporting, so they'll have to compile it, fit it into 12 different pay scales for 10 very broad job categories. That will take time and it will take money. The third problem that employers will see about it is increased government activity. And some of it is not going to be proper government activity because it's going to be based on this information that they're now getting. The EEOC is thinking, as well as the OFCCP, that this will show pay discrimination. But I do not think that that's what they're going to find. The information reported will not, in fact, show gender, race, or ethnicity discrimination. It will only show categories. It will not also show all of the other normal factors that go into a question on pay concerning education, seniority, and performance, as well as many other reasons. The next thing the employers need to know is that the timeline for these new reporting requirements is set for September 2017. That is the normal time for filing the EEO-1 report, which normally only requires gender and race reporting for numbers of employees, not anything having to do with compensation. So what should employers be doing now while they wait for September 2017? Well, the first thing they should do is conduct 3 privileged audits. The first audit should be on their pay practices to make sure that they are in compliance with current laws and to make sure that they can justify any pay disparities that they might find. They also might find some disparities that require them to take action, and now would be the time to do that. The second audit should be on the general EEO policies, rules, and procedures that a company might have, because once they get under the scrutiny of the EEOC, they will want to see all of those policies. The third privilege audit should be of all of the other policies, practices, and procedures that the HR department, Human Resource Department that is in charge of for any corporation. So with those 3 audits, they should be ready by September 2017. The second major thing that they should do is they should contact their elected officials, they should contact their attorneys that do their labor and employment, and have them make comments during this comment period on this proposed rule. Otherwise, the Department of Labor will go ahead and put into place what it likes without having heard anything from the management side.
Today, women account for almost half of the workforce. But the typical woman who works full-time still earns 79 cents for every dollar that the typical man does. The gap's even wider for women of color. A typical black working woman makes only 60 cents. A typical Latino woman makes only 55 cents for every dollar a white man earns. And that's not right.